Hi, it's Malcolm from Aquaspray. I am freezing again in my empty log store just to show you this machine from Kranzle. It is a brand spanking new one that's coming into the country. It's called the 1154 TST, and this will take over the 1152 TST. So this one's coming in. It has been around in Europe for a long period of time. And now they're bringing it over into the UK. I'm going to unbox it and tell you why. Thought that was broken then for a minute, but it's not. We're good. Hello, it's Editor Malk from the future. I was talking to a customer over the phone the other day who's been watching the videos for quite some time. Never actually realised that we were a shop and that we sold the spare parts and accessories for pretty much anything, even Karcher, Kranzle. So if you can think of anything that you need, chances are we sell it. We have second-hand machines, we have lances, guns, all different shapes, sizes, lengths, patio cleaners, roof cleaners, gutter cleaners, filters for the pressure washer, shelves for the pressure washer, remote switches for the pressure washers, just anything you can think of, we do. If we don't have it in stock, we can certainly get it. If you can think of an actual accessory that would help you and, you know, make your life easier during your work, then somebody else has actually thought about it. Somebody else has made it. If they've made it, we can get hold of it. So without further ado, let's get back to the video. So now it's out of the box, you can pretty much see that it looks identical to the 1152. It is a different machine altogether. So this is the 1154 TST. I was wondering why they'd missed out the 1153 and went straight from the 52 to the 54. But it turns out that somewhere in the world they already have an 1153. So 1154 TST, it's been around quite a while in Europe up to now, but it's bringing in to the UK to overtake and to supersede the 1152. In the box comes the machine itself, the lances, the Dirt Killer lance, the Knife Jet lance, and the Starlet 4 gun. You will get this piece of plastic, and there will be a little instruction sheet on to tell you where that goes and the screws that fit it to it. It'll also come with the handle for the hose reel and the bolt to bolt that on as well. Other things that it will come with, like with all Kranzle machines, the spare parts list. It's handy to keep. It will show you exactly where all these little bits are. If you need to order anything, it'll have the part number of what you need, so you get the correct one and we can order the correct one for you. Also, it will come with an operating manual, which looks very thick, but there are only quite a few pages, or not so many pages, of your designated language. This is obviously English. It will tell you what oil goes in there, how much oil, when the service interval are. If there's any teething problems, it will tell you how to fix them. It will also tell you information on extension cables if you don't know. I have got a video on that, and I probably will go a little bit more in depth on this on the manuals. So that's everything out of there. As with all Kranzle machines with two wheels, you always lie them down to use them. So if I move the box out of the way, you always use it in that orientation. Let's have a closer look. So a bit of a closer look for you. The only real difference between this visually than the 1152 is the actual shape of the cabinet. It's more angled, more angular, a little bit more modern looking, to be fair. The hose reel is pretty much the same thing, if not identical to the 1152. The way that the pump is laid out, the unloader and the micro switch, and the pressure gauge and the 3 nuts on the front, 3 nuts on the top for the valves is identical. It is different because the pistons are a different size, but that's all internals. The dipstick will be the same, still, like I say, 250 mil. The on-off switch is a completely different one. I haven't looked inside it to see how it works or what it looks like, but it's quite a nice design, nice clicky switch. The underneath and this footprint here is a bigger footprint, so it's more sturdy when it's upright, so it's less likely to fall over. As you turn it round, you have the foot, or the little feet here. This is rubberized, which stops it vibrating and moving around on the floor. The 1152 used to have little small round ones that could break. These don't look like they're going to break at all. The sump nut is going to be the same one for draining the oil. That's one side. From this side, behind here will be a filter. So if you ever get a problem with your pressure, that's the first thing you should be checking. So the specifications of this machine, it is 135 bar, that's the actual running pressure out of the nozzle. It runs 10 litres a minute through the pump. The motor itself is a 2800 rev motor, and they guarantee the sound levels to be 93 decibels, but the typical one is 91.7 from memory. The motor runs at 2.7 kilowatts, so if you need a generator or anything like that, you're going to need a power supply good enough to run a 2.7 kilowatt motor. The hose reel that's attached is exactly the same as the 1152 one. 15 meters, does have the grey end for the swivel on the gun. Initial setup is fairly easy. All you need to do is look for the hex nut in the hose reel handle and put it on. Now this will come out and lock into place. You get the bolt and washer and a T20 Torx bit. Screw it home. Make it snug but not overly tight. When you're not using this handle, you can pull that out, spring loaded, for storage. So around this side now, you will have this as the cable hook. If you can't get it wrong, if you try and put it on, it just doesn't quite fit right. But when you turn it the right way, it looks pretty much as it's supposed to be, really neat. Find the 2 screws, again with the same Torx 20, and just screw this all the way up. Don't over tighten it because it's just going into the plastic. You don't want to screw the threads up, but you just want to make it snug enough so that it's not loose and it's not going to come off. And then your cable can just quite easily wrap all the way around this, nice and neat. So when I first saw this machine down at a dealer day, Kranzle UK, I asked Mr. Kranzle and his counterpart, why make this machine when you've already got a 1152? The 1152 is one of the best selling machines that we've got. It's one of the most looked at on the website according to the analytics. So why get rid of that to make this? They invested like $500,000 into the process of making this automatically. This 1154 is completely made robotically all the way along the conveyor belt. There is the motor, and the motor is assembled by a robot. It'll go to a next station, which the pump will be added and the pistons, and it will all be screwed down robotically. The pump will be put on, all the valves and everything will be pre-assembled in there. So this, from start to finish, fully automated. The chassis is cheaper and quicker to make, so they can make more machines per day. I think it's another 25% increase to what the 1152 was. Now Kranzle Germany have also said that the labour, the staff to make the 1152 will be jumping onto projects like this and other ones around the factory, so nobody's out of a job. They've still got the people who were screwing the pumps on. They will obviously have to load the pumps in, overlooking the machines, making sure everything works smoothly. It also means that this is cheaper to make. So Kranzle UK have assured me that this will cost less than the 1152, just because of the process of making it. So they've been using these machines in Germany for a while now. It's time to bring it into the UK with the UK plug on it and see how it goes. It runs at more pressure than the 1152. It's cheaper to make than the 1152. It's going to be less expensive than the 1152. So all the specs are higher, but the cost is going to be lower. I think the main thing now is we need to run it, see what it sounds like, see what it feels like. I'll show you how to set it up, how to use it, and how to put it away. So stay tuned.